Hello, D'Angelo. I am D'Angelo. Welcome to the D'Angelo Experience.
La 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 la.
This episode of Atlanta was surely a slice of devil's pie. Last week we watched Ern be the pettiest little horse and go through therapy. This week we Ricky rockin' all the way to rallies. But before I tell you how does it feel, I would just like to say thank you so much for helping me reach 10,000 subscribers. Earlier this year, I couldn't even imagine reaching even 200 subscribers, and now I feel like I have 10,000 people to talk about my favorite show with. So thank you so much for supporting, and please stay tuned. There's more on the way. Episode 3, Born to Die, starts us off with Al finishing up a performance at a bar mitzvah. Al is approached by one of the parents that wants help coaching their son, an aspiring rap artist.
Do it.
Do what?
Well, you know.
Oh, you mean rap?
And Al is hesitant to take the job, but the guy offers him $1 million, and of course Al's gotta take that deal. We cut to Ern, who is in a company meeting at an agency that looks very similar to the label Al and him visited in season 2. They are workshopping what to do about one of their clients, an author that held up a black kid just trying to fundraise, and their ideas are infuriating.
Maybe we show the kid has a checkered past.
Or we can put out crime data from that neighborhood to show she was in the right.
But check this out. Again, this is another real-life story told through the Atlanta lens. And the story is even worse when you know that the real-life lady actually used to work in law enforcement, and her husband is their county jail administrator. But Ern is frustrated by this workshop for obvious reasons and suggests that they just find someone else to sign. The head editor/executive is a bit patronizing and challenges Ern to find D'Angelo, or Banksy.
Our hands are full right now, unless you can wrangle a prestige act, your D'Angelo's, Banksy's.
Probably get D'Angelo.
He shouldn't have done that because Ern immediately gets to work trying to find D'Angelo by texting his friend that used to know D'Angelo's hair braider. And really at this point, after last episode, I fear for anyone who questions what Ern is capable of.
I can't tell if this is extreme pettiness or terrorism.
But Al and Ern have their missions for the episode, and we have our 2 plot lines. Let's start with Ern's D'Angelo quest. So Ern receives a response back from D'Angelo's lead, and it's just a pin drop on a map that leads him to a
Rallies in Georgia?
But the thing is, it's not a rallies. It's a holding cell for everyone seeking a presence with D'Angelo. The cell is monitored by one security guard next to a safe. There's a sleeping bag on the floor hiding some blood splatter. There's tallies on the wall indicating that the last person was there for 11 hours, days, weeks. I can tell it's going to be a while for Ern because the security guard is reading a Jet magazine. The final print of Jet magazine was in 2014. That's before Now You See Me 2 came out.
I would call it Now You Don't!
But Ern knows what he wants and won't leave before he signs D'Angelo. The next time we see Ern, he's in full solitary confinement mode and he's added 7 tallies to the wall. He's questioning what D'Angelo is, and my boy is dying of thirst.
Hey man, y'all got any water?
But when he opens up the locker, it's an untouched case of DASANI, which is the last straw.
No, unacceptable. Unacceptable. All right?
I'm a Brita guy myself, so I understand, but while we're on the subject, shout out to Patrick CC, man. So Ern says that he's been there all week, but like, how? With no water? It's gotta stink in that room. What's that bucket for though? Anyway, Ern comes to a realization. He's been going about this the wrong way. He's been demanding to see D'Angelo, but he really needs to accept D'Angelo into his heart. Be D'Angelo. Experience D'Angelo.
We are D'Angelo. Let me experience D'Angelo.
With that, the security guard opens a secret hatch in the side of the wall, and this little moment of Ern crawling through made me think of Shawshank Redemption. But also, isn't it interesting that Ern keeps on having to go through these weird spaces to get what he wants? Him and Van had to creep through the wet carpeted walls to get out of Atlantic Station. Let me know what y'all think about this trope. Also, the setting and tone of this scene feels very reminiscent of Donald's This Is America video. So Ern makes it to the other side and arrives at this brown paneled room with ungodly fluorescent lights. Some dude is playing Xbox on one of those fat TVs and pauses the game when Ern busts through the wall. My guy starts making a peanut butter and chicken skin sandwich, listening to Al Green's How Can You Mend a Broken Heart, and dude is harmonizing like he might be the one. But Ern can't get a good look at him, and when Guy turns around, he tells Ern to speak, and it's not D'Angelo. However, Ern asks to experience D'Angelo, and in this moment, for you, we are D'Angelo. Ern is unworthy of D'Angelo's presence. Ern, the fool, doesn't even know what a D'Angelo is.
Would you like to know what a D'Angelo is? A D'Angelo is a complex network of men, women, and D'Angelos spread across countries, earth and light.
D'Angelo.
It's not a place. It's a people.
And this made me crack up because I've recently reread the book Mo Meta Blues by Questlove of Roots fame. In that book, Quest talks about some of his favorite moments going through the industry and especially his time working with D'Angelo on the Voodoo album. And Quest very much speaks about D'Angelo in a holy regard. To pull some quotes from the book, Quest writes, "It was a question not only of critical assessment, but a myth beginning to take root. When a few people believe something, it's a science. When thousands believe it all at once without conducting individual investigations, it's something more like religion. In this case, it was a kind of Protestantism. People believed, like I did, that D'Angelo was reacting against a kind of soul music that had grown too bloated and static for its own good. Was D'Angelo a messenger who came bearing this scripture? Was he himself a kind of savior? Or was it more like a Life of Brian situation where the crowds were waiting for their messiah and the next guy to come along was tapped for the job?" So D'Angelo's avatar deems him worthy of being a protector and spreads peanut butter on his forehead like he's Simba, because obviously Donald Glover is Simba.
La 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 la.
But this is where things get downright weird, because my guy digs into Ern's soul and brings up his reoccurring dream of hands bringing him down in the water.
Since you were 8, you always had a dream where you were swimming, and below are hands grasping to reach you. You struggle to keep them from pulling you under. You fight to stay free.
This is a callback all the way to the first episode when Ern is explaining to Van he can't sleep because he had this dream. Now, my guy asks Ern,
"Why are you so certain the hands intend to harm you?"
and with that, Ern seems to have come to some sort of realization and thanks D'Angelo's avatar. But before he leaves, my guy explains that this whole thing costs a bunch of money and asks Ern if he still wants to sign him.
Whole operation is rather expensive. Did you really want to sign me?
No, I can't.
You sound good though.
Thank you.
That's enough. But yeah, how is this operation running? What type of business model is this? You have to maintain a fake rallies and hire a security guard 24/7 for the off chance that what? Like what are you expecting to happen? You are actively making it difficult for people to find you. Never mind, let's catch up with Al's plotline. Al has agreed to coach that guy's son, Benny, and meets up with him in the studio. From the very start, it's madness.
Song's dead. What's next?
We got this kid yodeling on autotune, and Benny doesn't even know who Paperboy is.
You do my dad, but yeah, tight. All right.
But Yodel Kid knows who he is because
I used to listen to you when I was a kid.
when you were a kid, your name is Yodel Kid, but these kids don't even need any help. So Al can just sit and collect a check and chill with this very pregnant chick sipping a Capri Sun. But this is when the real star of the studio comes in, young Rick Moranis.
Yo, can you put on that Do the Ricky Rock?
What's the Ricky Rock?
Fuck if I know, bro.
That's for the internet to decide.
Rick has his manager Bunk with him, and Al and Bunk actually have a mutual respect for each other's music. So they decide to go chop it up while Ricky is Ricky rocking in the booth. And listen, that shit is so fire.
I'm Ricky.
Hey.
I'm rocking. I'm ticking.
So you want to hang out with these little kids?
I'm talking.
You want?
I need to hear that whole tape. I'm gonna play it at the next function and get everybody ticking and talking. So Al and Bunk are burning one and chatting about their disappointment in the game.
Oh, like Rickin' and rockin', ticking and talking. I'm Rick, man, get the fuck on. It's almost like it's not even rap.
Almost. And Al admits that he's just collecting his 1 milli and getting on his way. But Bunk says he should be getting 10 milli. And we can see a little bit of fire in Al's eyes, or disappointment, or consideration. I don't think that Al knows what he wants out of life, but one thing we have seen is that he doesn't ever like to be where he is in that moment.
But where you gonna go, dog? You don't like LA? You don't like New York? You don't like nowhere?
What you gonna do?
So Bunk invites him to come to a meeting with other rappers in the industry so they can discuss other opportunities. The next day, Al shows up at the meeting and the spot is already giving off pyramid scheme. People awkwardly sitting around because they don't know each other. The snacks are lame as hell, and a single whiteboard or drawing pad for an overly charismatic presenter to throw buzzwords on. But there's a twist to this meeting because it's not about rap, because if rapping meant you made money,
then Cassidy would be a fucking billionaire.
The MC explains that optics are everything and reveals his master plan. YWA plus Grammys equals money signs. It's so simple. But what's a YWA, you ask? A young white avatar.
One of them kids that you was hanging out in the studio with yesterday.
The plan is basically to manage a white kid in order to ensure your legacy. If you can do what Usher did to Justin Bieber, you are set for life. You gotta collect them all.
Nigga, Pokemon.
Exactly.
Al refutes this, and he says that he still speaks for the streets and has many more hits on the way. But Bunk pulls up a slide to put it all into perspective. The 3 stages featuring Chief Keef. Stage 1 is Chief Keef's 2012 album, Finally Rich, when an artist is the fresh new thing. Stage 2 is Chief Keef's Glow Files 3, dropped in 2019. The OG stage, when you are revered by the youngins for the groundwork you have laid for a new generation. Stage 3 is fucking family films, bro. And they got Sosa as Mr. Babysitter like he's Vin Diesel.
Gonna be Ice Cube's best friend in Are We There Yet 5.
This is what is in Al's future. Just a little side note, I haven't seen this movie, but apparently this film in 2018 dropped where BTH plays a karate instructor, and the movie is just called Family. But the MC gets to Al by mentioning Blue Blood.
But you wanna end up like Blue Blood? I love that nigga, and I didn't even know he had an album out till he was in the ground.
Blue Blood from episode 1 of the season is definitely going to be a metaphor for what Al wants out of his life. If we remember the words Blue Blood's wife said at the funeral.
You're the 5th person to show up. I think he expected more people. I'm actually surprised too. I mean, all you had to do was listen to the album. He put so much effort into it, but I guess you don't always get back what you give. He just worked so hard, and I just wish he had had more fun.
Blue Blood put all that work into crafting that scavenger hunt only for 5 people, including Al, to actually show up to his funeral. So Al might be feeling more inclined to solidify his legacy. So we cut to Al showing up at a school where Benny and Yodel Kid are doing an impromptu concert. Well, mostly Benny, because my boy Yodel is on one.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
How you doing, man?
Let's just say Yodel is enjoying the perks of his celebrity.
Okay, man, you want some perks?
So Al is really there to talk to Benny, who's throwing money at the high school kids. I'm not even trying to make a reach on this one, but check out this Atlanta rapper Metro Mars throwing money at his graduation before getting arrested. What a legend. But while Al is trying to sign Benny and maneuver a little bit, we come to find out that Bunk has already hired him.
One of them kids that you was hanging out in the studio with yesterday.
And when the spot gets rolled by the principal, they all gotta leave. And Al is left giving Yodel Kid a ride.
Hold on, man. Before you get in my car, you gonna be all right?
I'm a fucking legend. I'm gonna live forever, baby.
Gonna get a legendary ass beat. You vomit on my paint.
But the next time we catch up with Al, it's presumably just a month later, and he's at the Grammys. Bunk is there with Benny, the MC is there with some type of Post Malone knockoff, and Al is there sponsoring Yodel Kid's new record, Born to Die, that has apparently gone platinum in 3 weeks.
You might have heard of him, Yodel Kid. That was you.
Platinum in 3 weeks. I mean, it's crazy how fast things travel on streaming nowadays, no?
That record been out, what, 11 fucking days?
For fucking days.
Al is definitely feeling pretty smug right now, but one problem. Yodel Kid hasn't shown up yet, and Al can't get a hold of him. So Al approaches Benny for some help, and he gets some bad news.
Hey, you heard from Yodel Kid, man? Because I've been calling his ass all day.
Oh, yeah. He's dead.
We see the ceremony on TV at some bar, and it turns out that Yodel Kid did win Rap Album of the Year with Born to Die.
I'm a fucking legend. I'm gonna live forever, baby.
A few things here. The people we see announcing the award are the author and the kid she held at gunpoint. You know that pregnant girl with the Capri Sun from the beginning of the episode? Yeah, that was Yodel Kid's BM, and she ain't pregnant anymore. She accepts the award looking like Chief Keef and Mr. Babysitter 5 and shit. Obviously, Yodel Kid is the Walmart Yodel Kid, but I think his Born to Die album is a play on Biggie's Ready to Die album. Let me know what you guys think, but I bet you he had Ricky on the album and that shit went so hard.
I'm Ricky.
Hey.
I'm rocking.
R.I.P. YK for real. Darius says what we all know.
I'm telling you, Grammys ain't for black men.
And Al admits that he's not cut out for management. And I think Al trying to be a manager may have given him a bit more appreciation for Earn.
For the managing part, you know what I'm saying? It just made me feel sick.
Yeah. And Al asks how Earn is doing. And Earn drops a gem on Al.
I just remember it's not about what feels good. It's about what survives.
I think it's a gem. I actually don't know what it means. Someone is definitely going to die this season, guys. And Darius asks Al if he wants to go to Mikey Boston's after party.
The guy Mikey Boston's got this after party.
Al declines. Who the fuck is Mikey Boston? Darius leaves and Al sits alone at the bar, seemingly confused about his track in life. Again. And the episode ends with a song that goes perfectly with Al's plotline, Kodak Black's Let Me Know.
I lost best new artist to Khalid 2017. We all knew that should have been me. But I never hated, I congratulated.
Thank you so much for watching, and again, I cannot express my appreciation enough for you guys helping me reach 10,000 subscribers. Even right now, I think we are already at 10,600, so that is just amazing. The amount of support that I've gotten from every one of you guys, the comments that I've seen so far this season are incredible. I love the feedback. Thank you so much, and we still have so much more of the season to go, and I hope that you guys are just as hype as I am. I cannot wait. Please stay tuned. You can find me on Patreon if you would like to show your support even further. And shout out to these patrons that have already joined up. I'll throw them on the screen now. And if you want to reach out to me, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I haven't gotten around to posting that much, but you can still send me a message and I'll definitely respond. And if you don't even want to talk to me, you can join the Discord where over 200 people are already there talking about Atlanta, theorizing, and just having fun. But I really like this episode. I cannot wait to cover episode 4. A live stream of that actually dropped the day of the episode, so you can go check that out on the channel as well. But again, thank you. Like and subscribe, and together we can defeat DASANI.